Hi, fellow traders. I'm going to recap my trades from today. Some of the things that I looked at or saw um, that I didn't trade and why I didn't do it. Um, I had three tickers on my watch list this morning, and had they not done anything, I was going to kind of switch over to my 5 minute opening range breakout, breakdown scan. That seems to be working pretty well now when I can't catch moves, from my watch list. But I had FSLR, SCTY, and SPWR, and I had SCTY on it because I like the chart. I like the opportunity it looked like it was going to give, but then I actually put it on watch before I realized there were no shares available to short. So kind of took that off before open and just kind of focused on FSLR and SPWR. And as you can see on FSLR, this thing went up $2.47 in the first 5 minutes, which negated any trade opportunity that I thought I had. What I was looking for at the open was it was bouncing off this level here, and it held pretty much through pre-market. And I was thinking that it was gonna, push off of this, maybe and make a run up to, this level. And I was hoping that the 5 minute opening range would, give me this level here to risk off of. But this thing took off and ran, and so I looked at this one. This one did the same identical thing, pretty much. So that kind of took me out of any trades there. So all I could do was just wait for the pullback, and I wasn't getting any tickers on my 5 minute scan, that really gave me any opportunities that I would have liked. So I kept my eye on this, and I said, well, I'll watch this and wait for the pullback. And I almost took this one right here off of this, but it printed this big 2 minute candle, and I started to get in here, and still would have been a good entry. It pulled back to VWAP, but then it eventually, came up to here, but there wasn't as much range on this, and it was just under $1, and I figured I could probably get 50 cents out of it based on what it looked like. So I was having to choose between that one and FSLR, and I like this one because it pulled back to this area right here of support. And if I was more aggressive, I would have taken it risking on this and looking for the move back up, and take out high day. And I think that's kind of what I had put in chat. That's what I was looking for once I got in, on this VWAP pop or the VWAP trade. I was looking to take it off the VWAP. When I got in, I think it was right in here is where I got in, and it was like 64.85 around where I got in, and I didn't take profits here. I had an order already set for 64.50, ready for me to click it, but it never made it. It kind of popped up there, then it came back, and I was just kind of waiting again, and then it sold off. And the reason why I don't, my stop was the 9, but the reason why I don't have a hard stop is you can see both these candles, and even, these came down and dipped below the 9 for a quick second and then came back up. If I was sitting there waiting to click it as soon as it tapped it, I would get stopped out every time. So it just barely tapped down there, never broke the 9. This one did make a a new low, but still, it didn't close below it. That's, the trade was still on for me, and got this candle and got a nice push right up to here. So I took half off at 64.50, and I let this candle work. It went up and came back down, and I took some at, I think, 66.10, and I was looking for it to break, high day again, and it got up to 66.35, but the price action started to go. The volume was kind of falling on it, so I went ahead and took it off, everything else off at 66.25, and that was a solid first trade. On the first trade, made my daily goal. Really, pretty much made my weekly goal on this trade. It was nice, and it was pretty good. Felt pretty good going into the day. I didn't really see anything else going on. So when I went to lunch, I came back, and I've been listening to people in chat talk about VRX all morning. It was, really for the last couple of days. So I was almost sick of VRX. But, when I looked at it, I said, well, it does look like a good, short opportunity. And, when I got back from lunch, I think Mike had got in. I think a couple people had got in the 80s or whatever. So I said, well, I'm gonna wait and kind of see what this thing does. Well, I got this hammer right here, and normally this is what I see when it's starting to reverse and go back up. So I waited for this candle to open. It opened lower. So I think I mentioned in chat that it's time to join the VRX party. That it was time for me to join this short party. So I went ahead and took only 100 shares. At 119.50 right here, and got a little move down, but it had some trouble with the 9, and just kind of patiently waited it out. I almost took it off here. That was a good 1 point move, but I only had a small amount of shares. I really wanted more. I really felt that this thing, it was ready to roll over, but it did try to recover. My stop was going to be the high of this candle, which was 119.64. And had it got back up there, I would have gone ahead and clicked it, but it didn't. This got back up to 119.54, and had an idea to add another 100 shares to it right then, but I said, no, I already had a good day. This could be good if I got a couple points out of it. And this is when it started to roll over. And I tried to wait for it to get VWAP. Just didn't have the guts to do it right here. So I got out right here on this candle. But just didn't have what it took to hold it to VWAP. And I wish I had taken that extra 100 shares. I'd have taken 100 off here and just waited, for VWAP. And you can see, eventually we did get VWAP, and the trade really worked out the way I had anticipated. But this was nice. Had two nice, solid trades, two nice solid wins. This week it has been a good week for me as far as turning, things around. Had about a 6-week stretch trying to put all the pieces back together and try to get acclimated to the market, not having as much volume, and I missed a whole lot of setups because I was looking for more volume in the market. But I've had to learn to adapt, and everything seems to be starting to click this week. The last trade I took was Save. and I was looking for this to reverse. It had a nice move down. Hit the reverse scanner, I think right in here, and I was waiting for it to hit this level before I went ahead and took the trade. And sure enough, it hit. Um, I really like to see a longer tail on this to call this a reversal hammer. But I did get the hammer right here. And so I went ahead and got long at I think 41.65, and I was risking on this level here, but my stop was going to be the low of this candle here, which is 41.85, and that's, to me, that should have given it enough room to do what it was going to do if it was going to move back up. Tried to reverse here and just got stuffed right here at the 9 on the 2-minute. Most of the time, if you got a strong stock, it's going to blow through this and keep on trucking. But got hung up there and just kind of consolidated here for a minute. Then once it broke, I realized it was about to roll over, so I went ahead and got out, and only lost 8 cents on it. So it wasn't too bad of a trade. You can see it faded all the way down to the 40s, before it bounced back up. But by then I was done trading for the day. Real pleased with the 2 trades I did take this morning. If I could find 2 of those every day, that's that's all I need to really make it. But all in all, a pretty good day in chat. Had a good time. Looking forward to tomorrow and Friday. I'm not really sure about what I'm going to do next week. Think I may trade Monday and Tuesday, and I think we'll be on the road for Christmas then. But I'm just excited to have everything clicking again and have everything back straight in my head. So I hope everybody has a great evening, and I'll see everybody tomorrow in chat.